growing up, I wouldn't say it was any different for me.
Okay.
It wasn't any different. I had to step up and step in when mommy was not around. You had to take responsibility for the younger one, ensure that the house is in order. I remember firsthand, say my mother is going out, for instance, and then she tells my older brother, okay, so take care of the house, this, that, bye. My brother just takes a novel and sits down and then starts bossing my younger sister and myself around, like, oh, you go do this, you go do this, you go do that. So many times Nigerian girls, and not just Nigerians, I know many girls globally would be saddled with this responsibility, you know, of stepping in and ensuring that I have to take care of the home front when you just want to be a child. Now, a certain study even says that children don't get to play too much. There's too much that they have to do at school. There's too much they have to face. Everybody's being serious. But this has been happening to us girls for a very, very long time. You know, you're forced into being an adult already. Take care of your younger ones. There's nothing wrong with you grooming your child to be responsible for themselves and people around, but it's a duty. You find so many girls. I know there was a story of a young girl in Makoko who wasn't attending school, and how she is forced to sell stuff with her mom, but it's basically survival. I understand that it's survival, but they're being denied the right to even just be a child. And then already you hear of stories in families, people say, because you are going to get married, there's no need for you to go to school, because you're even going to drop your father's name. There's no need, just leave it like that. Let your brothers be the ones to receive all the education and all of that. But thankfully there's more awareness. Everybody's talking about it, and it's important that we constantly ensure that girls are being educated. There's no gender bias, no discrimination. But hopefully in this process of us empowering the girl child, let's not forget the boys as well. You know, let's make it as equal as possible. There should be a proper balance between that. So yes, I had the typical Nigerian girl child upbringing where you have to assume the role of second mommy when mommy is not around. Yes.
Great. It's very interesting. You also have some work that you've done with a girl child.
Yes.
So what would you say? Would you say there is something that really suppresses or limits the girl child from being creative at such a young age?
Yes, culturally, family issues, they hinder, you know, all of it. I just mentioned one saying that, you know, you're going to drop your father's name. There's no point. Why am I sending you to school? Why am I spending so much money? Why am I investing in you?
So that's even school. Then when it comes to a girl who says she wants to go to acting school, for example, or she wants to learn the art, or she wants to be a musician.
That's another issue. So I experienced a little bit of that with my mom. I remember when I was changing schools, and I was entering a terminating class, GSS3. And I was changing schools at the time, and they hardly give admission to students in such terminating classes. Well, I was with the principal, and after my examination, she asked, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I said I wanted to be an entertainer. And the knock that my mother gave my head is serious sounding in my ears. You know, she gave me such a hard knock, and, you know, just told my principal at the time that, oh, she wants to be a lawyer. So already that's you're it's limited. Why? Because people they just think that everybody in the creative space is going to be exposed to all sorts of immoralities. There's how can you be talking, like I mentioned earlier, I was on a panel this morning and said, what, you want to be a newscaster? No, they only get married to senators. Why do people always just think that that's where the woman should end up, being married to somebody? Why? What if I don't want to get married? What if I want to be fulfilled in whatever career I choose, as an actor, as a singer? It doesn't necessarily mean I have to engage in immoral behavior. It doesn't happen that way all the time. If you're talking about immorality, it exists in every industry, even in
the marriage
itself. You know, that sacred institution, it happens in there as well. But people just have this perspective, they have this mindset that once you're creative and you're a woman, first, for you to be successful, you must have had to pay some sort of dues through back corners to be noticed first.
Okay.
And for you to even be in that sphere or that space, you have nothing to offer intellectually, which is not true. Is not true. But hopefully, some creatives are beginning to change
otherwise.
That. Yes, they begin to change all of that, and thankfully, I'm part of those helping to educate people a lot
thank
better.
you. Thankfully, thank you so much, Bisola.
We're not there 100% yet,
Okay.
Because many of the, let's say, let me take directorial roles now, has mostly been dominated by men, but we have tons and tons of female budding producers, budding directors, and it's beautiful. I'm happy to be alive at such a time where I can say I've worked with a lot more female producers and directors this year alone. Recently I just got to work with Auntie Bolale Austin Peters. I got to work with Biodun Stevens, Oladigbo. You know, it's beautiful knowing that we're stepping up and we're showing our craft more. We're not waiting to be acknowledged by men. We're acknowledging ourselves. It's important. I was saying today earlier that we as women, we should thank ourselves every morning. You know, we should sing our praises more. We always tend to limit the things that we do. We always keep quiet about it, but it's very important that we shout our praise, because nobody's going to do it for us, and women should collaborate more. Should come together more to do tons of stuff together instead of just waiting on the men. Men, they sort of have this bond between them, the brotherhood. We as women, we should have that kind of sisterhood. Let's know that, I want to do something important, say for instance run for office, and I know that I have this godmother somewhere, you know, that can come through for me. You know, it's important that we step up to that, and let's keep coming together, forming a good force, and not just be about talk. Let it show in our actions. Let it show in how we relate with people. Not just about having different types of conferences, being panelists, and just word of mouth, and then it's done. Let there be more action. It should go beyond words. Our actions should be able to tell. And I'm happy the music industry, movie industry. Kemi Adesiba just came out with a lovely movie now, and you know, everyone has been singing her praises. I'm proud. I'm happy that she's first a Nigerian and also a woman. You know, so she's doing so much. Nobody's resting anymore. Nobody's relaxing and allowing the men take the credit. But at least we're working together. I'm not saying that women can do it all. We can't. We can't do it all. We need each other. And as much as the man needs us, the woman needs us as well. And let the men also acknowledge the fact that, these women are putting in so much.
What would you say is the reason that this gender bias still thrives in the industry till this moment? Even though reduced?
Yes, even though reduced. It's a journey. It's a journey. It wouldn't happen overnight. We cannot give up. It may take a while, but as long as we are positive, as long as we keep advocating and ensuring that there's no more discrimination, as long as men and women are equal, pay is equal, workload is equal, all of that is equal, until we ensure that happens, we shouldn't stop working. Yes, we'll have it here and there, once in a while, you can hear of stories, but don't give up. Let's not give up. It's still a fight.
So, and it's not a one-man fight or a one-woman fight. Everyone has a role to play. The men have a role to play. What would you say to the men right now? Like, if I want to help, but I don't know how to help.
Okay, if you're a man and you want to help, it starts from home. It starts from you having a son and a daughter, and you ensure that the amount of work that your daughter does is the same thing that your son does. Whatever school your son is going to, the same should apply to your daughter. Is ensuring that both of them understand and know that not one person is not better than the other. The boy is not better than the girl is not better than the boy, because when that happens, we create a generation of men and women that understand the importance of living and coexisting together. It's not a case of, oh, I'm the head of the house, I will order you to do whatever it is I want you to do. It's a case of, okay, we are coming together as one to build this family unit. Let's raise each other up better. Let's be better human beings. So it's anyone that wants to help you. Start from your community. If you find a young boy or a young girl who's not doing right to the other person, man, woman, uncle, auntie, whoever it is, you start from them. Start from home. That way it will be like a ripple effect, and it keeps expanding and keeps spreading. And fast forward 20, 30 years from now, we would have raised a generation of people that understand the importance of having gender equality.
All right. And then the media also has a role to play.
Yes.
So the media, I want to talk about two parts of the media, how they portray women, especially women in the creative industry. I would want to take you as an example. Have you found yourself being portrayed in a way that you didn't quite like? In a way that you didn't quite like by the media? And
yes. And that was just recently.
Okay.
I know that there's a struggle to stay relevant. Technology has come to stay. Technology is fast. You find that news that in actuality you heard just 2 or 3 days ago seems stale because of how much information you're coming across every second, every minute.
Okay.
So the media did not portray me in a very good light. In an interview, they had my words twisted, and I found it really upsetting because this was supposed to be a prestigious media house, that we've known over the years. Why would you put this out? Why is it because you want to trend? You just want to, why would you go as far as pulling down a career that I've worked for? And that's the power of media. You find that a lot of people they won't listen or try to get the backstory. You find out that in interviews, people just pull out a 1-minute clip out of a 13-minute interview. You don't know what was said before, you don't know what was said after, and that 1-minute clip has traveled far and wide. And you now find the creatives coming out, releasing statements, oh, this is not what I said. It shouldn't be that way. Media is very powerful. Media travels fast. And it can change your perspective on somebody that you don't even know personally. That's how powerful the media is. And it may all just be in this quest to stay relevant. It may be in a quest to keep the organization in business. But then again, we need each other. The media needs us, we need the media. We give you your news that helps you thrive. You give us the publicity that we need. It's important that we don't hurt ourselves. Even if you have to do a story, get your facts right, do your research, and don't just come out with a caption and insert in a newspaper, a video clip, making someone out to be what they're not. And we just have to keep putting in that work, keep showing our ability, showing what we have done, showing of our achievements. If I have shot 200 movies, I will show the world that I have shot 200 movies, so that you can tell that my funds, my income is justified by the work that I have done. It's not that I'm getting it from one small girl, big God somewhere. None of that. It's a stereotype that we creatives are working hard to change. It's difficult. It's not going to happen overnight. But that has been painted, and it's not just for the creatives alone. It's in every industry. You find a young, lovely lady who's probably working in a bank. She drives. There's nothing wrong with being comfortable.
There isn't, actually.
I shouldn't put down or make myself inconvenience myself and say I'm scrambling for boss when after a hard day's job, when I can afford a vehicle. Why? Because you don't want society to look at you and paint you in a certain light. Why should it be that way? Why can't you recognize the fact that I am hardworking, I've paid my dues, I'm enjoying the benefits of being hardworking? without you putting some sort of tag to it. We have to change the mentality. That's why I said let's groom the next generation to be appreciative, to acknowledge. Let's acknowledge each other. Acknowledge your sister that works really hard to help put food on the table when mom is not around. Acknowledge your brother who helps go out to fetch water, clean the house with you when mommy or daddy is not around and there's no maid. That way, coming generations will understand that it is the hard work that is paying, not just this whole mentality of
someone must have helped.
Yes, someone must have helped or must have done some input somewhere. It's work, but we can start now. So fast forward years from now, the mindset of people would have changed.
All right, thank you very much. I hope that answers your question.
Aiyeola.
Aiyeola. Don't forget, you can keep tweeting in at WFM917. Use the hashtag #TheWomanAgenda. So, still back to the media and how women are portrayed. How are they right now, and what can the media do better to help change that stereotype of women in the creative industry?
Celebrate women more. Don't wait until you hear bad news. If I'm speaking on a panel, spread that word, and not only, oh, she just got a new car, and you're waiting for comments that will come and bash her. That, oh, she just got a new car. Where did she get the car from? How can she afford it? Oh, I heard they don't pay well in her industry. What is she doing with such an amount of money and such a, let's promote more positivity. There's too much negativity in the world. There's too much negative news flying around, and I'm a believer of energy. I believe that positivity attracts positivity, and negativity, same thing. So it has to be more positives going out there. The more positive things you do, the more positive things the media puts out, the more positive the world will become. So the media should not wait until you it's amazing how you're in media, Kiki. You know how it is that negative, bad news spreads really fast. Why do we derive joy from bad news? Why can't good news make you genuinely happy and then let that travel real fast? So it's important that the media helps to promote more positives, less negatives.
All right. Thank you so much.